Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Heather and I quit drinking for 1 whole year and this is what happened. 365 days, no alcohol. Well, now I'm at like 369 or 370, something like that, but I quit drinking for an entire year and I never thought that I could do that. I got sober on July 28th of 2024 when I was going through a really difficult time. I really struggled with drinking and it didn't start off that way. So if you're watching this video right now and you're like, oh, I don't need this or I don't want to watch it because I'm not getting sober, it's okay. You're welcome here if you're sober curious, sober if you are sober, like you struggle with alcohol or an addiction, or you just don't see alcohol has any place in your life and it's hurting you. At first, that's how I started. When I was drinking, I drank to have fun, to socialize. And as the years went on, my trauma from childhood just started to collectively get worse, build up, and it was destroying me. And drinking was my way out of that. Drinking was my way to numb that, to cope with it, because I was still very much in it, in the trauma that was happening. And I did not see a way out, so I drank my pain away. And it got so bad that it turned into a bottle of vodka a night. I quit my job on a whim because I just couldn't go to work because I was so hungover all the time. My marriage was falling apart because he was doing everything and I was doing nothing. And I don't know, I was not well. And so one day I woke up and I knew I needed help, and so I called a rehab center. It was 8 in the morning. I was still very much drunk and drinking, and I did not go to rehab, but I did talk to this guy, Ryan, who talked to me for 2 hours. And if he ever sees this, huge reason why I'm sober. But I just got to this point where I was tired, and you would think that night that I called the rehab place that I would have gotten sober that night. No, it went on for a few more weeks, and then I walked into a church. I didn't listen to the sermon. I wasn't there for the sermon. I don't know what I was there for. I was just really, really struggling. And I went up to the front after the service and I just started crying. And someone talked to me, and I happened to meet this wonderful lady, Robbie, who was an addict herself, and she invited me to a meeting. Now, I actively don't go to meetings anymore, but this meeting I needed at the beginning of my sobriety. And I had no plans of getting sober whatsoever. I just was like, I need to have a better relationship with alcohol. I need to start feeling better and doing better, and I can drink on the weekends. Well, after that meeting, I met people who were just like me, some who had their lives together and drank, some who didn't, some who were coming from really terrible situations, and some who just were drinking too much, and they lived a very normal life, other than the drinking, too much. And that got me to think that I could do it. I see all these other women doing this, I could do it. And for the first month, I never said, I have a problem with alcohol. Never said it. But one day I finally admitted that alcohol was destroying my life, and that if I didn't remove alcohol, that nothing was going to get better. And so I did, and I went day by day, and I struggled, and I had some of the hardest moments of my entire life and some of the best. And a year later, I am still sober. I never thought I could do this. I didn't have the support of people I thought I would have by my side. But then I had the support of people that I'm really grateful to have. And I met new friends, and I've actually met my best friend here in Kansas City through getting sober. And I'm just really proud of that. So what happened the entire year? What changed in my life? Well, first off, I said I quit my job because of drinking. I worked in the insurance field. I didn't do insurance, but I worked with customer service. Literally did not like the job, but it paid really well. So I quit that job, and I did Instacart, and I was doing Instacart at the beginning of my sobriety, barely making any money, barely making it by. Some days I would make really good money, and then other times I just wouldn't. And it was so up and down, it was really stressful. And it wasn't a career path. So I just continued to do Instacart until I figured it out. And as I was sober, it started to fall into place. I realized I want to help other people. I want to take all of this bad that has happened and create some type of good from it. And that's when I started social media on TikTok, and I grew to I'm about 45,000 followers now, and I've made a community, and I've really, really enjoyed every single moment of it. I've met some of the most incredible people. I've made lifelong friendships all over TikTok. Like, it's so cool. And on my Instagram and all this, so I really, really created such a great community that I could lean on and that support, and I am so grateful for it. But then I started to realize, you know what, I might be really good at helping other people, maybe, possibly, I don't know. So I started looking into going back to school, and then I did. I started college again at 31 years old. I started going back to community college here, and I'm almost done with my general education. So then I'll be transferring to a university here for my bachelor's in social work, and then off to do my master's in social work. And hopefully at the end of this, I will be a therapist and a licensed clinical social worker. So that's the goal, and I never would have had that goal if I didn't get sober. It never would have happened. It never would have been on my mind. I just never dreamed that I could make that happen. And that I could go back to school. I felt like I was too old, or I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't at the time. I never would have thought of this. I wanted to get my real estate license when I was drinking, but I didn't like real estate. I only wanted to do it because it seemed like it was quick. And real estate is hard, so I don't know why I thought that I could do that. I don't know. I didn't have any desire to do that either. So much has changed in that year. And then my relationship with my husband, that has been probably the biggest change. We went from, we loved each other. Always loved each other. We always showed that love for each other, but we were struggling. He was really taking on pretty much all of it. He paid the bills. He was making sure dishes were done, laundry was done. He was drowning as well, and I was just not helping. I was so depressed. I could not get out of bed, and he was trying to be there for me, but also still make our world continue. And it was really hard. But then when I got sober, I told him how bad I was drinking, because he didn't really know how bad it was. I got sober. He didn't believe me for 6 months, because I've tried to get sober before. It never stuck. And then slowly but surely, we started healing. We started connecting more. We started communicating more. And now we're equal partners, because, oh yeah, totally forgot, I got a new job, and I work in a housing department helping other addicts or people that are struggling with their mental health, kind of move from either homelessness or just a psych ward or something like that, and transitioning into independent living so that they can move on and live independently. I'm kind of the in-between of all that, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I've never loved my job before, and I really love my job, and I really love the people I work with. And for the first time in my life feels really good. It feels really balanced. It feels healthy and strong. And I seriously I know people will say sobriety changes everything, and sobriety is so good, and people just are like, okay, yeah, sure, but it really does. Sobriety really changed my whole life. And I know that not everyone wants to get completely sober or needs to, and that's okay. Not drinking as much can be just as good, but sobriety really changed my life. If you're an addict or an alcoholic, obviously we can't drink in moderation. It's just not working. So yes, sobriety really changes everything, and it is really as good as everybody says it is. Guys, And also, sobriety gave me so much clarity. I started to remember who I was before my world got really loud, and even who I was before. I have never gotten to truly be myself. I never really got to be who I was. I had to be what other people wanted me to be. And so for the first time, I have clarity in who I am, or I'm getting that clarity in who I am, and I'm starting to become my own person, a strong person, a communicative person, a reliable, trustworthy person, and that just feels really good. I haven't like fully discovered my whole self, obviously, but in 1 year so much has changed that I just don't want to go back. I have my hard days. I have my days where, driving past a gas station or being in a gas station and grabbing an alcoholic beverage or a 6-pack or a vodka sounds really great, especially when the sun is shining and there's a pool nearby. It sounds fantastic, but that temporary moment of relief would destroy this whole year of what I've worked for, and it is not worth it. And I am so grateful that I got sober. So I got sober a year ago, and everything changed in the best way possible. So I'm going to be posting on this channel more. I want to talk about sobriety, mental health, life, everything, and I hope that you guys follow along. And I'm not very good at this right now, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And I can't wait to get to know you guys on this platform.